Laps I was starting to get a bit of brake fade. This is a hard place on brakes, and I could see he was closing in on me, and I'm thinking, oh, what am I going to do to hold him off? And I mean, I don't want to see a red flag, but I was quite pleased to see it this time, to be honest.
Yeah, for a while I was just trying as hard as I could, and I was just trying, doing everything I could just to sort of hang in there. And 3 or 4 to go, I kind of felt like I was getting over the worst, and I felt like it was a little bit comfortable when he was coming back to me. And the lap it was red flagged, I felt like I was pretty much back there.
Well, congratulations, because you are now leading the championships, which I'm sure you're well aware of.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's what counts. I really wanted to win it. I had a kind of plan that Castle Honda would be first and second every year, but it's not quite happening. But at the end of the day, if we're first and second in the championship, that's what we've got to be content with.
I've been struggling a little bit with the bike in practice, so third was good. I couldn't stay with Dino and Moody, so I settled into third and thought, this is where I'm going to stay. And then, I don't know, 4 laps from the end there, the bike, sounds like the bike ran out of fuel, I'm not sure. That's what it felt like. So in the process of kicking the motorcycle, poor guy managed to fall down right in front of me, and the red flag come out. So I got a push back and third place.
Bad luck followed by good for Glenn Richards. No luck necessary for this man. Dean Thomas is the winner of the Supersports at Alton. Next, it's the Superbikes. Ready for the final race of the day. It is John Reynolds on pole from Chris Walker in second place, Steve Hislop third, Neil Hodgson fourth, the same as their first ride out today. Hayden McKenzie, Blater and Young round out row 2. And on row 3 we've got John Crawford, Shaky Byrne, Michael Rudder, the Northwest 200 winner, and Paul Brown. Goddard, Wood, Tozen and Emmett are back on row 4.
Well, arguably the most crucial decision the teams have to make is tyre choice. And as we heard from JR before, he wasn't happy with those harder compound tyres he was running. JR, a few changes in the setup of the bike.
Yeah, it's a necessity really. We struggled really with the tyres. I ran a harder compound tyre than really I think we should have done. But that was for safety reasons, purely we ran out of testing time. So we're just going to have to suck it and see this afternoon.
John, I'm sure we'll watch you fly next time. Good luck. Moving along, and of course we've got Walker. Brilliant race from him in race 1. He will not be happy with that rear view of Hodgson, though, I can tell you. Obviously, he wasn't happy with his tyre choice either, but we'll watch him fly in this round. And of course, the man of the moment, not suffering any of those gearbox problems of his teammate, Mr. McKenzie, is Neil Hodgson. And of course, this would surely be the icing on the top of the cake to do a double. Neil, would be the icing on top of the cake for the double, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, but there's so much hard work to do yet, I really enjoyed that first race. It was such a close race, so I'm not counting any chickens at all. It'll be a tough race, and I'll just give my best, and hopefully that'll be enough.
Well, it certainly will be a tough race. Those tyre choices out there means that Reynolds and Hizzy will be up there as well. Does anyone want to find out? Let's watch it.
The riders have put their helmets back on, and already the revs rise, the red lights come on now. Who's it going to... Oh, that's a good start again from Walker. Walker is always... His reaction time from red light to green are absolutely superb. He never jumps a start, he just gets a great start.
And this time Reynolds has gone with him from pole position. John Reynolds up to second place.
Oh, look at that. The buzz of the Hornets. There he is. Reynolds in second place. Hizzy third. Hizzy third on the Virgin Mobile Yamaha. Brilliant stuff. Then it's Hodgson back there in fourth place at the moment. Then it's Hayden. And then it looked like Steve Plater on the Kawasaki. Real good start from him on bike 22. Isle of Man for the first time then. Chris Walker. Now this is very normal. Chris Walker gets a great start. That's why I was so surprised that Hodgson went with him in race 1. So a little bit extra work for Hodgson to do. He's got some very fast men to get by now. 2 of them in front of him, Reynolds and Hislop. But it is Chris Walker who leads up to Falklands for the first time.
Is he looking menacing in third? Right on John Reynolds' case. This is where Walker gets the best out of the Suzuki. Through the flip-flop of Fulston chicanes, across the cement dust.
Yeah, lots of looking for the drive, and there's lots of cement dust down there from an earlier accident. So Chris Walker down towards Knickerbrook now, into the braking area, flapping leathers one more time. In second place is John Reynolds. Reynolds really looking to have made the right tyre choice for this race. Bitterly disappointed at losing the lead in the series after race 1 today. Walker out towards Druids for the first time. Reynolds on bike 3. 8th is the Virgin Mobile Yamaha, run by Rob McElnay, actually raced by Steve Hislop, and he is racing this time round. Then it's Hayden. We're on board with Steve Plater's Kawasaki, out towards Lodge. A great part of the course, but don't lose it because the fence is too close. Go, oh, Plater runs it in hot, makes the bike squirm, and you drop down a little dip into Deersley, up and over, a little bit of a wheelie. Sometimes you just crest the rise there with a bike squirming from side to side, looking for grip if he can. On towards Old Hall now, braking area, tipping it into the right-hander. Again, through goes, yes, it's Mackenzie. Neil Mackenzie has slid up through on bike number 7. Cascades, down comes Walker leading as we look back. Reynolds, Hislop, Hayden, Hodgson, Plater, that's how they cross the line, and we can see quite a lead now from Chris Walker.
Hodgson still marooned behind James Hayden. John Reynolds' teammate just coming into your picture. 5th, just in the back of the picture that time.
Lots of work for him to do. We're at Shell Corner now. All eyes are on Chris Walker. Walker looking for this win if he can. Certainly Hodgson, I've got to say, with some work from back there. Look how far back he is. Really, Neil Hodgson has got to get on this. Maybe he chose a tyre that's going to come good later on in the race. We're going to have to wait and see. Well, this could be a real good strategy from Hodgson or a complete disaster. He's being caught by Neil Mackenzie, his teammate. Mackenzie's catching Hodgson. Hodgson is the first orange INS bike over the hill, over at Hilltop, and then Mackenzie's next up on bike. Oh dear! I'll tell you what, that looks painful as well.
Oof, ouch!
Face down, then yellow flag out. No passing, gentlemen. Caution. Be prepared to stop. That means, you know, wave flag. Just imagine that, can't you?
Well, when you're coming around, you want to move very quickly when this lot's coming towards you.
Yes, and he's doing it all on his own. Chris Walker slings it in sideways, scrubs the speed off any old way he can, coming into Lodge Corner. Over the line then, Walker. Then it's Reynolds now, then sitting up. Yes, I wonder why they were sitting up. That's the reason why. It's a pace car out on the track. That's the flag that signifies we are going under orders of a pace car. So all the work that Chris Walker had done at the front of that field is for naught, because quite rightly, as this man is removed for safety reasons to himself, got an oil flag out there as well. So obviously there's a slippery substance down on the deck of that part. But now it's all going to be closed right up.
More flags than you can shake a stick at out of that Marshall's poster. Quite rightly, good stuff from the Marshalls. There's the pace car.
Yeah, but look at this. Everybody closing right in now. And we're going to get a sprint for the line as soon as they come back under orders, under the green flag. So, Walker is the first man behind the pace car, followed by Reynolds. Then it's Hislop. Then it's Hayden. Then it's Hodgson, then it's Mackenzie. Talk about the usual suspects.
You see that rueful look over his shoulder from the leader then? He stood up, oh dear.
Yes, you want to read his lips. It's a good job we couldn't.
Yes, thank God for full-face helmets.
Weaving from side to side, trying to flex the sidewalls on their tyres to keep heat in the tyres. Oh, and that's Gordon Blackley. Gordon Blackley, the man who's second in the privateer challenge behind John Crockford, finds himself out well and truly. He's not going to be able to restart. That's I think every picture tells a story there. Not happy with that.
Surely he didn't fall off while following the pace car.
Who knows? It has been known before.
I know it has, but it's just embarrassing as well as painful.
Down towards Lodge. We won't emphasise that anymore then, will we, Julian?
He's a big lad.
There is 24 Peter Goddard going through in front of Shaky Byrne there on the Travis Perkins Honda Britain bike. Lester and Steve Harris and all the hospitality crew hanging over the pit lane at the moment. The pace car is still out, so they've got another lap to go. This could be the lap that the pace car comes in. Chris Walker follows it down into Lodge, trying to get as much heat into the tyres because this is very tense. They've got to get back onto racing pace. Through, yes, at Lodge, down into Deersley. Pace car in, this is it, restart, green flag, then Annabelle Webb will be waving it frantically at pit lane. Walker from Reynolds, from Hizzy looking at the inside line. Then it's Hayden, then it's Hodgson, then it's Mackenzie.
Hayden and Hodgson, well, they were the lucky ones really for my money for the pace car situation, Keith. They're right back up with the leading trio. Can they make something of it?
Well, Hodgson really should be into, well, I've got a guess really about his tyre. I would only think that he put a different tyre on for this second race of the day because he hasn't managed to match the pace early on, but maybe it's coming into its own now.
Well, his fastest times did come well over halfway through the race in race 1, didn't they?
Walker, Reynolds, Hislop, Hayden, Hodgson, Mackenzie. That's how they crossed the line at the end of this last lap. So, Walker at Shell Corner, blasting out towards Falstons now. See if we can spot any movement from those tyres. The two INS Ducati men close together. That's Hodgson and Mackenzie back in 5th and 6th places. And then it's Steve Plater on the Kawasaki in, I think, 7th place.
And Walker definitely pulled a couple of bike lengths over John Reynolds coming through the chicane, just as he did on Hodgson in race 1.
It's his kind of style, though. Scratch it through the turn it, point it, squirt it, slide it. That is really Chris Walker. Absolutely to a T, and that Suzuki seems to be with him all the way in that kind of performance as well.
Yeah, it's letting him do it, that's the point, isn't it?
Over the top of Clay.